Today's content is brought to you courtesy of the No Dip League and the Town Hall 9 community, which means these are Town Hall 9 versus Town Hall 9 only. No higher level troops, no high level spells, no bowlers, and no electro dragons. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Joe, and today we're going to be taking a look at Clan War material. 4 different ways on how you can use your Hog Riders at Town Hall 9. Now, we do have a diverse audience. We have experienced players and very inexperienced players. So our order of precedence of these replays are set up in a way that if you have mid-level heroes, you should be able to apply these armies until you get to the end of the video. All right, so we're going to start out with this first replay, which is 2 golems, 25 Hog Riders, and you got some spells, some heal and rage and jump and the skeleton spell. And we are going to pay special close attention to the entry point, the selection of the entry point, and the application of hogs on the back end. So we're going to do a little bit of play-by-play. So if you understand how hogs work, you know that you have to take care of the enemy queen and the clan castle troops. And so we are going to select this side of the base and use 2 golems to block the defensive or the defensive fire from the expo, the archer tower, the cannon, and allow the wizards to clear buildings around them. That way we can send our heroes to the core as well as the clan castle troops, which in this situation happens to be Valkyries. So we got a jump spell pre-placed to grant access to 4 different compartments, sending our golems in, our Valkyries, our king, and our queen. And then there's going to be a rage spell drop to boost the power of our troops and get them into the clan castle troops as well as that enemy queen. Poison spell placed on the enemy clan castle troops, which happen to be a baby dragon and a few witches, or a witch and some archers, and we're going to allow them to work. You're holding on to the Hog Riders, you're not using them yet, and you are going to wait until that queen falls. Now, once that queen falls, you can start working on pushing the hogs into the base, and that's where we're going to apply them on the southwestern side of the base. And the reason for this is because our defenses are focused on this golem and the barbarian king, which grants our hogs a little bit of safe passage into the defenses, basically sneaking them in. And we only have 2 heal spells, so we definitely need to make sure that they count. So all of the Hog Riders -2 are going to be dropped, and they are going to push into this location where there's 2 different hidden Teslas and expo fire. So the first heal spell is going to be dropped to boost up the health of our hogs as they prep to go into this location where there's possibility of a giant bomb, which there was. And those 2 Hog Riders did sneak in from the bottom side of the base to take out a mortar. So hogs are going to group up, taking on 2 different locations of defenses, and the skeleton spell is going to be dropped to take out that archer tower. Now, you don't necessarily have to apply the skeleton spell in that manner. You could use it at the beginning to take out the enemy queen if you needed to, but in this case he didn't need to, and he saved it for the back end of the base. Now we are on cleanup, and I must make you aware of the archers and wizards that were dropped on the back end of the base to clear the buildings that were on the southwestern side of the base, because the movement of traffic for the hogs were moving towards the north, and there's no need to drop wizards and archers up there. So the back end cleanup is clear. The hogs clear the buildings in the core of the base, and let's go ahead and speed this attack up. That way you can see the army for yourself. There's your army right there, and let's go ahead and get into the next attack. In this next replay, we have 3 golems, 1 in the clan castle. We also have the addition of a P.E.K.K.A. and 18 Hog Riders. And so 3 golems really works out great with mid-level heroes because that's a lot of tanking power for your troops. Now the entry point is going to be on the left side of the screen, and we're going to take on both of these expos as well as the barbarian king, the clan castle, and the archer queen. So we are going to start out with 2 different golems on the left side as well as wizards and archers to clear out a few buildings. We want to ensure that we get rid of these buildings, that way our heroes do follow the jump spell into the base. Now you will also notice that we have 2 jump spells in this composition, and the first one's going to be used to grant access into this first expos compartment, as well as another jump spell used in the core to grant access to that enemy queen. So we have the jump spell placed, the barbarian king, the P.E.K.K.A. and the queen working their way into the next layer of defenses, taking on a wizard tower, finding a giant bomb, and taking on the first expo. At the same time, that third golem is going to be placed, and it's going to work its way into the expo, and we have wizards working on the town hall, which is going to ensure that our queen does target the core of the base and not get distracted on that town hall. At the same time, the clan castle troops were pulled, the jump spell was placed, and we have a lava hound in the enemy clan castle, and our attacker is going to hold on to that poison spell and wait for that hound to pop. So then the poison spell is going to be dropped, the barbarian king's ability is going to be used to take down the enemy queen, but he is unsuccessful. So now we have to ensure that our queen takes the jump and works into the enemy queen's location, but we do have a hidden Tesla drawing fire or firing upon our queen. So now we're going to sneak in 4 different hog riders to take on that hidden Tesla, and they are going to move over into this archer tower. So once that hidden Tesla is taken care of, the queen will be able to work her way down into the enemy queen and take her down once the clan castle falls. So we have hog riders moving into the first layer of defenses, taking on an archer tower, a mortar, and a wizard tower, and then you're going to see another group of another group of hog riders moving in from the top side of the base and also that far eastern corner to take on this cannon as well as that archer tower. Now the queen's ability was used. She does destroy the enemy queen, and now we are a little bit home free for the hogs to clear the back side of the base. So the first heal spell is going to be placed in the location where there is a bomb tower and a wizard tower, and you will also notice that there was a skeleton trap, so you're going to see the final poison spell drop to kill the skeletons from that skeleton trap. At the same time, you will also notice that there are wizards on the back end of the base to start clearing those buildings on the top side and ensure the success of the attack, and that way we don't have to worry about a time fail on the back side of the attack. So those hogs are moving through that final heal spell, taking on hidden Teslas, the archer tower, and those cannons, and we have wizards and a minion working over there in the northeastern side of the base, as well as the addition of a single goblin and some wizards to work on these final gold storage. Hogs are going to take out that final fast-paced archer tower, and now we are home free for cleanup. So a beautiful meticulous attack here by our attacker with the use of 3 golems and those heroes to take down this base, and the hogs are going to finish up. Here's your army, and let's go ahead and get into our next attack. In the first 2 attacks, you got to see some pretty standard armies with the golems and the wizards and the heroes moving in, taking out an expo, normally taking out the enemy queen as well as the clan castle troops. In this replay, we are going to get to see the power of 4 golems, but this is a second hit on this base, and the identification of a hidden Tesla farm on the right side of the base causes our attacker to enter in from the south side and move across the top side of the base. So you're going to see 4 different golems used down here on the south side, 1 dropped over here on the left, and a few wizards to clear some buildings, as well as a second and a third, and they're going to move into this hidden Tesla farm location. So the 4th golem is going to be placed on the far right, and he is also going to get pulled into the hidden Tesla farm, as well as a wide spread of wizards around the back side. It looks like we had about 15 wizards in this attack. So the jump spell is going to be placed to grant access into 3 different compartments to get into the clan castle's location, and you will see that we got a king and a queen in the mix, but the only issue here is that the king is going to get distracted and he's going to go on that dark elixir storage. The queen is going to get distracted on this gold storage. So we have clan castle troops pulled. Looks like we got some archers and a witch in there and a poison spell placed, and it looks like we only have 2 wizards that will follow our tanks into the base. At this point, it looks like we have 2 golems and a third about to join. The wizards are working on the clan castle troops, the king is working on the enemy king, and the queen is following the king on the outside of the base. So they're going to work their way towards the eastern corner, and we have golems in the core and 2 wizards working on an expo, and then they're going to move their way towards the core, and a jump spell placed to grant access to 3 different compartments heading towards that queen's location. So you're going to get to see the power of the golems and how much they can really take on. We have a wizard tower, it looks like we have an enemy queen, as well as a bomb tower. The poison spell is going to be placed on the queen's location, and we are waiting for those wizards to deal with the clan castle and hit the jump to take on the enemy queen before the hog riders ever hit the map. Once that wizard hits the jump spell, gets into the compartment with the queen is distracted on the golems, the expo is distracted on the golems, and the wizards are going to take down the enemy queen, and you're going to see the hog riders sneak in on these 2 cannons and work their way towards the northern point. At that same time, you got a high level queen on the opposite side of the base working on defenses and buildings over there, and so the wizards are going to take care of that distracted queen, and then they're going to deal with the town hall, and the hogs are going to flank in from the top side of the base. No use for heal spells whatsoever. The hogs are going to clear the wizard tower, move into the expo's location, and final it out with 2 different air defenses, and that's really all there is left. So you're going to see swagged heals as well as wizards clearing the back side of the base, the buildings over on the left side of your screen and the top side of your screen, and we also have a queen up there. So just an absolutely overpowering attack. Beautiful work by our attacker here. As our hogs move into those final buildings, we're going to speed it up for you to see the army for yourself and try out if you'd like to. And there's your army right there. Let's get into our final attack. In this final replay, I saved this one for last. Even though you see 34 hog riders, we do have a queen charge that's going to happen. And on on this base, we have a very different base design. It's actually a very popular base design with a town hall on the outside, and you also have the clan castle, the queen, the king, and more than likely there's going to be a hidden Teslas on that side as well. So again, if you don't know how to queen walk, this is probably not the attack for you. This is something that you probably need to practice a little bit. So we had 2 healers in the composition and 2 healers that came from the clan castle, and our queen is going to work with or work against the barbarian king with the assistance of a minion. So we're going to speed this portion up a little bit because we have to take out multiple storages. These storages take a long time to deal with, and we got to ensure that the queen gets in on the enemy queen and the clan castle troops before the hogs are ever placed on the map. So rage spell is going to be dropped to boost the power of our queen, poison spell down for those clan castle troops, and the enemy queen is going to be killed off by our queen. So once this is done, we could pretty much start working our way into the hog riders, and you're going to end up seeing hog riders sprinkled or placed all around the backside of the base, and they're all going to work into those point defenses. First, we're going to start out with some archers on some builders huts to clear those and deal with that, and the queen's over there still working on elixir storages. This is a lengthy process. Looks like we got a few giants placed to distract some defenses, and then you're going to see all 34 hogs placed around the outside of the base, taking on multiple defenses, taking out all the point defenses on the backside of the base, and they are all going to merge into those air defenses headed towards the Expo's location. So we had 3 heal spells in our composition. The first one's going to be placed, and then the second, or actually our last one, is going to be placed for these hogs as they deal with skeletons from a skeleton trap, working into those 2 Expo locations. But don't forget the wizards and the archers on the backside of the base. They are going to be placed working with the king. There's also a barbarian king, and he's going to work his way up towards the top side of the base while the hogs work their way towards the queen's location. So the queen is over there helping with some cleanup over there, but this is going to be basically a very nice, beautiful attack and clean sweep of those hog riders. But again, if you don't know how to queen walk, don't take on this attack until you learn how to queen walk. That is extremely important. But anyways, that is pretty much going to wrap us up for today. If you enjoyed the content today, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and if you need any additional video support, click one of those links over there. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care.